Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Hype Mind. Today, we're talking about fake it till you make it because sometimes it's what you got to do. I've heard a couple of people say that it's not genuine to do that. The ideology behind fake it till you make it just isn't being very authentic or genuine, and just questioning if it works or not. Um, and I'm here to tell you that I think it's very important to do just that because the thing about your brain is you your brain operates your whole self. You operate as someone mostly operating from the subconscious, and the subconscious comes from this place of operating on habits, right? And so when it comes to faking it till you make it, you're really just resetting your brain. You're retraining yourself, and that's yeah, you got to do that.
Right, that will get you to be where you actually want to be. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying? Yeah.
basically.
No, I agree. I think that's in a sense you don't want to wait till you're perfect to do things
Well,
because
what's the opposite of fake it till you make it?
do it without confidence.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like,
Half-ass it's like that's the thing. Like if you fake it till you make it, the only thing it's gonna help you do is but it's gonna be
take
better than
action.
not faking it till you make it. That's for sure. Because I could see the opposite, just either avoidance, so not attempting what you need to do, or it's doing it with a lack of confidence. And it's always better to
Right.
do something confidently. For example, say I say this is a whiteboard here, okay, and they're trying to find out what's 2 plus 2 equal, and I say I think 2 plus 2 equals 5, and or versus I might 2 plus 2 might equal 4. Like it's always better to do something with confidence.
You, yeah,
Let's
you're
say
not selling it.
let's say I'm wrong. It's like why would why would I say it and be uncertain? Like that's what I think it is. So that's what I'm gonna say it. So it's like you self-sabotage yourself. And then people don't believe you. You don't believe yourself when you don't go into things wholeheartedly with
Oh, that's important.
confidence. So like that's the point. Like someone could correct me, right? I could be wrong. So what? But like if I went out and said, 2 plus 2 equals 5, then of course I start doubting myself. Everybody else starts doubting me.
Well, that's
I'm
the thing
wrong. I'm
is,
wrong.
most of the time
So
you're
it's like
going
same thing
into
with your life.
situations. Most of the time you're going into situations with a lack of confidence. It's like you can see a beautiful woman as a dude, and you know you like her, right? But you're still nervous. You're still anxious, right? So you pretend you're not nervous and anxious, right? You're faking it till you make it, right? People are like, well, that's not authentic, right? But no beautiful woman wants you to walk up to her, you know, stuttering and tripping on your shoes and drooling. Like,
And I don't think you two either.
yeah, and neither do you. Yeah, exactly, right? So it's
You
like,
want to be like, I want to be the man. I want to be the one who's confident and smooth.
right. And that's really the question I was getting at when I said, what's the opposite of fake it till you make it, right? Because if it's you can't fake it till you make it because that's not being authentic, then basically you can't do anything until you are that thing.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
how do you get to being that thing to begin with? By practicing doing it, right? It's like, how do you become the best karate master in the world? By practicing karate, right? So how do you become, um, you know, whatever it is you're trying to be, the make it portion of the fake it, right? By practicing it, right? So you don't, I guess maybe it's just worded incorrectly, to be honest, because ultimately everything you do is a faking it until you make it. It's really just you trying to create in your mind a reality that doesn't exist yet. But that's all of life. You're always, all your goals are you creating in your mind realities that don't exist. You imagine something, you say, I want to live in a castle, and then you go out and build it, right? So basically, you're faking it because you don't actually have a castle, right? But you're dreaming it up, you're imagining it, you're faking it. Well, not really. Maybe faking it's not even the right word. But
Mm.
the point
Yeah.
is, this is a necessary process. It's a
Mhm.
necessary process to achieve your goals and to um, create new habits and take action in general, to get yourself to take action.
Yeah, there's something actually. I know that's great to actually take action. I think that's super important. Um, but something I actually heard before was practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect.
Right.
Anyways, yeah, it's don't wait till you're good enough because that's never gonna happen. We always have
Right.
standards for ourselves. That always goes a level up every time we reach a certain point. So never don't do things because you don't feel efficient enough. Because you'll never feel efficient enough.
Well,
So
and part of it is the process makes you that, right?
yeah,
People always talk about the journey. It's about the journey, right? The process makes you the result, right? So it's like, if you want to be a well-dressed man, for example, right? But you don't want to fake it till you make it. Simply dressing up and pretending you're a well-dressed man just made you a well-dressed man, right? So you're not even faking it anymore. You just became it. Even though you weren't a well-dressed man, you dressed up like you were, and all of a sudden you were, right? And so that's just like that's a quick an example of how you can quickly fake it till you make it right into reality, right? But it's the same thing applies to anything else. The
yeah, this
castle,
is change. This is growth. It's like
right?
you
Yes,
do that to a
very
certain
key
extent
words.
to go above and beyond. But when you say people say it's what do you say, unauthentic?
And yeah, and not genuine, right? Because
Yeah,
that you're not that, they say,
I think you might be able to go about it in an authentic way. For example, if like
And there is a distinction that has to be made.
honesty. It's like, yeah, I'm not proficient at this, but I'm gonna try my best, and I know
Right.
that inside me. Um, and to not, I mean, inauthentic would probably be lying. I don't think trying your best and trying to be as confident as possible is inauthentic unless you just don't care about feeling confident.
I think the distinction is, you actually have to want to make it, right? You actually have to intend to get there for it to be authentic, right? For you to be able to fake it and make it and be authentic in doing so, you actually have to intend to make it, right? Unlike, because I'm going to use wealth as an example. If you want to be rich, right? Okay, you're going to fake it till you make it. You're going to pretend to be wealthy until you actually create wealth around you, right? Because pretending um, helps to bring about and create an environment of wealth, right? That's what kids do when they play, to be honest. They say, oh, I want a tea party, right? And so they pour imaginary air into glasses for everybody, right? And one day they figure out how to have a tea party, and next thing you know, they're using water, and then they're using real tea, and it all comes together slowly, right? But when it really is inauthentic is when you don't actually intend to get there, right? So when maybe you're on Instagram and you want to be wealthy, so you just pretend you're wealthy, right? But you're not actually working to become wealthy. You're just trying to impress people and get attention, right? So that's when I would say faking it. Well, that's when you're not really even applying it. To be honest, you're just using it as a motto or a slogan. But um, if you're worried that you're not being a genuine individual or authentic in faking it till you make it, then you actually have to ask yourself the question: do I want to make it to where I'm faking it to? Is that actually a goal of mine, or am I just doing it for some ulterior, probably insecurity based reason?
Yeah. And you can ask yourself, well, why does it not feel good to
Right.
fake? Like,
Yeah. Well, and that's
why do I not feel confident in this area? And then dig deep.
yeah.
Is it actually from a place of insecurity? Or is it a place of, yeah, I just don't feel proficient enough in this area?
Right. Because you won't in the beginning. If you want to become a karate master and you're faking that you're the best because you want to become the best, you're not going to feel like the best because you're
Mhm.
not.
Yeah,
And
and it's
that's
all
fine.
it does. That's the thing. All it does is it's self sabotage yourself. Like to do that, to I guess pretend to not try your best, pretend to
Right.
not be as good as you can be as possible.
Right.
All you're doing is shooting yourself in the foot, and just like why not go out there with all your effort
Right. As opposed to actually believing,
and
that you are and that you
faith that
want to
you
be
will
the
do
best.
well, faith that you will get better.
You're gonna put all that effort into it, right? And so yeah, you're not actually the best yet, right? You're faking being the best, right? But this creation in your mind, this imagination of you being the best, that drives you to a place of actually putting your best foot forward, even if it's not a very good foot forward. You putting your best effort forward, even though it's still very minimal compared to the actual best karate master in the world. You then feel, experience a fullness of action in that regard, because you're being authentic. You're actually putting your best effort in, even though it's not great. It's
Yeah.
still your best.
You have a desire, you have a goal, and you go towards it authentically.
You're doing everything in your power to get there. Yep. So fake it till you make it. Seriously. I think the the true philosophy behind it is actually very powerful and very empowering. It's it's what most people need. It's why it's such a simple and easy slogan to adopt, motto, whatever.
All right.
But get out there and fake it till you make it. Go imagine something and shoot for the stars.
Thanks for watching The Hype Mind.
And
Peace out.
like and subscribe, because I asked you to. Please.
All right, cool. Peace.